Welcome to our last Monday show of the semester. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Kalisha Moore.
And I'm Ariane Daly. Let's start off with our local news. Well, one of the biggest shifts with COVID-19 is schools transitioning from in-person to digital learning. And on Friday, we told you about FAMU DRS's shift back to online learning from brick and mortar. This morning, students across Leon County were delayed in learning because of technical difficulties with ClassLINK. ClassLINK is a single sign-on platform that Leon County schools use for digital learning. Leon County schools say they are working with the platform to resolve these issues. Well, Florida A&M University has reinstated the curfew for students who live on campus. The university previously lifted the curfew at the beginning of October after seeing a low number of cases among staff and students. According to FAMU's website, there have been 159 positive COVID-19 cases among students, 39 of employees. As of November 13th, 49 students have tested positive. 2 FAMU alumni drowned over the weekend while vacationing in Puerto Rico. Jamar and Anne-Marie Robinson took a weekend trip to Puerto Rico. In their obituary states, Puerto Rican officials say that a whirlwind of currents overtook the couple. Several beachgoers attempted to save the couple but were unsuccessful. Both were a part of the Marching 100 band. Jamar was a principal in Atlanta and Anne-Marie a professor at the University of Georgia Perimeter. They leave behind 2 sons, ages 14 and 15. Police arrested a man they say is behind 2 weekend carjackings. Tallahassee Police Department say a man attacked a victim and stole a car before attempting to carjack another victim. TPD responded to a call related to a carjacking on the 800 block of Ocala Road. A few hours after the first carjacking, another call was received in relation to an attempted carjacking on West Pensacola Street. Officers then located the suspect and apprehended him at the scene.
This upcoming Tuesday at the Leon County Commission meeting, there will be a start of a shift in leadership. Commissioners Brian Deloge and Mary Ann Lindley will give their farewell remarks at the board's Tuesday meeting as they round out their careers as local leaders. Brian Welch and Carolyn Cummings will take office in their places respectively. This is the first time the County Commission will induct new leadership since 2010. Deloge served for 14 years, standing as the only Republican Leon County Commissioner, making the conservative voice of the commission. According to the National Women's Business Council, there are more than 148,000 Black women-owned businesses in the state of Florida. One of those businesses is Project Annie here in Tallahassee. Multimedia journalist Diamond Cannon shows us how it's making a continuous impact through the love of food.
For over 21 years, Annie Johnson spends her days filling shelves and serving up food in the Frenchtown community.
They give checks and they give food, and then we have an organization who helps me, like Westminster Oak, Grace Mission, people who pick up public stuff brings that to me.
Johnson owns Project Annie Incorporated, a food pantry dedicated to helping area families. From canned goods, hot plates, clothing, into toiletry items, this business distributes it all. The president and CEO of the Big Bend Minority Chamber of Commerce, Antonio Jefferson, explains why businesses like Project Annie is vital to the success of local communities.
Having a vibrant business in this community is critical to the survival of the community, right? Because minority businesses hire minorities, and the greatest level of job creation happens in small business. And so having a minority business segment in this community that's thriving ensures the vitality of the entire community.
Miss Annie doesn't work alone. She is on her feet Monday through Friday alongside volunteers and community members who bring donations. Here at the food bank located behind me, community members are asked to only take what they need and to leave some for others. In Tallahassee, I'm Diamond Cannon for FAMU News 20.
If you don't have any Thanksgiving Day plans, you can stop by Project Annie for a free meal pickup located on West 4th Street in Frenchtown. November 16th through the 30th is National Transgender Awareness Week here in Tallahassee. Capital T, a support group for transgender, non-binary, and gender non-conforming individuals, is hosting events in celebration. They kicked it off Sunday with a memorial walk at Railroad Square and will continue with virtual events throughout the week, finishing with a virtual vigil and celebration of life on November 20th, which is Transgender Day of Remembrance.
A developing story about a new vaccine for COVID-19. Moderna says its coronavirus vaccine is nearly 95% effective. The company released its early clinical trial data Monday morning. Moderna plans to seek FDA authorization for the immunization after more safety data is gathered later this month. Of the 15,000 participants who received the vaccine, only 5 contracted COVID-19 and none became seriously ill. Last week, Pfizer announced early data shows its vaccine is more than 90% effective against the virus. The nation's top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, says COVID-19 vaccinations could start as soon as mid-December.
I'm Maya Ellison here with your latest in local and national sports. Tallahassee Community College point guard ELLIS is trading out his Eagle jersey for a University of Louisville Cardinals jersey. That's right, Ellis played for 2 years at TCC and signed his letter of intent on the first day of NCAA's early signing day period. Ellis is TCC head coach Zach September's first signee after being named interim head coach in January of 2019. Some Florida A&M University Rattlers will be opting out of the 2021 spring season. Multimedia journalist Marissa Stubbs is here to tell us more about this decision.
Fans, students, and alumni were looking forward to the return of football and other sports at Florida A&M University in the spring. However, the university decided against allowing some fall sports to play in the spring. The university says the decision is based on keeping safety of coaches and athletes the #1 priority. Morgan Shortridge, a high jumper for the Rattlers, discusses her reaction to the cancellation of the season.
When we first found out that indoor was canceled, we were pretty much all disappointed because we've been training literally since we got back to campus for indoor season, and we were getting ready for it. Our coaches were getting ready for it, so it was just disappointing overall.
Although the university is opting out of 3 major sports, baseball, softball, along with women's and men's basketball will still continue their season. Athletic Director Courtney Gaucher says it's time for the Rattlers to rebuild during the offseason.
It's a time for us to get stronger, stay in shape, stay on top of our academics. But again, we have to, as an administration, we just have to continue to be engaged with the student athletes to make sure that, hey, in these moments of triumph, like right now, that they don't feel alone.
Many Rattler fans will miss this exact stadium this year. However, the university will continue to push forward, finding strength within each other. In Tallahassee, Marissa Stubbs for News 20.
Well, the women's basketball team is set to take on the Florida State Seminoles for the first time in 16 seasons. The game will take place November 25th in the Lawson Center, and you don't want to miss out.
2020 has many of us, including myself, trying to cope with comfort foods. Cinnabon is now capitalizing on that, and myself, by selling its signature cream cheese frosting by the pint. The topping is most recognizable for being drizzled on the chain's line of cinnamon rolls. Now, for the first time, you can get the Cinnabon frosting separately for $6 a pint. You can find the frosting at hundreds of stores nationwide and even have it delivered to your door through food delivery apps.
Well, now we're going to get into a quick recap of the 5-day forecast. During the break, we talked about hot chocolate, and it might be the perfect time to start pulling that out. We can look at the temperatures today on Monday. You see a beautiful outside at 70 degrees, but tonight it's going to drop into the 40s with 45-degree low. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all beautiful, like Brittany said, no rain in sight. Those temperatures fluctuating from the 70s down to the 60s. In the nighttime, from the 40s to the 50s. On Friday, partly cloudy. That high is at 76. Very beautiful. That low, please have your jackets. I want to warn you, it's going to be in the 50s at 57 degrees. That's going to do it for us tonight. For Maya and Brittany, I'm Kalisha.
And I'm Ariane. Thank you so much for watching. And remember to also follow us on the FAMUonline.com for more news updates. Have a great evening.